Hi everyone, this is Stephanie from Vegan Mainstream, and I just wanted to take a minute to kind of walk you through Google Plus and what we'll be doing this month of August on our Vegan Mainstream Cookbook Club. And really what the club's about is an opportunity for us all to kind of cook together for the next month and really kind of have some fun, maybe cook some new things that we haven't cooked before, and really make this a fun group effort. We have 4 amazing chefs to guide us through the month, as well as we'll be sharing with each other our photos, our interests, and really kind of everything along the way. So I wanted to take a minute to show you Google Plus, since that will be our hub. This is where everything will be. We'll share some things on Twitter and Facebook and our blog, but this is where you'll get your recipes and all your information. So the first thing to do is try to join Google Plus. As you can see here on the top right, if you were not a part of the group where I'm running my mouse, that's where you would actually see the option to join the group. So click there. That's your first step. Once you've done that, that is when I will actually promptly get you into the group. You'll still be able to see everything on the page, what's going on in the group and what's happening, but by clicking that red button, we'll be able to get you started. The next thing is the way Google is organized in events and communities. Communities are organized by category. So what we do is we've set up these categories here on the left-hand side of the page to help you kind of organize all the posts that are going on this month. What you'll probably happen as you go along the way is when it's time to post, you'll get an opportunity to actually choose the category to put your post in. Don't worry if you feel like you put it in the wrong category. We'll flip it around and put it in the right place. But the idea is that if you quickly want to come here and look for recipes, or if you quickly want to find out about our chefs, or maybe an update or an event, you'll be able to come directly into the group and actually sort by these categories. So that's how these categories really become real and become very beneficial. You'll always be able to access them from the left-hand side of the screen, so you'll be able to pop around and jump around. I've been using photo sharing lately, which has been a really fun tool. This is going to be how we're all going to be sharing our photos of what we've created for the month, and you'll be able to go in and quickly look at them, especially if you're looking for some inspiration, as well as you want to maybe see how your photos are done against others. Polls is another nice group that I've set up where every day I'm asking people different questions to kind of engage the group, find out a little bit more about everyone, and also get some of the dialogue going. So those may be some of your 2 stopping places when you first come into the group, especially if you're trying to get an idea. And then obviously we have our section Meet the Chefs, and that's where we'll have all of our bios and all that information about what's happening for the chefs. If we have any updates for the Cookbook Club, we have a group there for that, as well as if you have a question, we highly recommend using the Ask the Question group. And then finally, when you first join, please introduce yourself and just use the Introduce Yourself category. That'll be a great way for us to see all the intros, as well as if you would like to get to know everyone and what people are doing, you can do that. The next thing let's talk about is notifications. If you're getting too many emails in your inbox, it might be because the notification is listed as on. You can turn it off and then just come into the group and see when new things are posted. You'll also be able to use, if you see on my screen, that top right, there's that number 17. That's showing the notifications on my screen, so I know how many notifications I've gotten. So if you do turn it off, so you're not getting those emails, you'll be able to access them. The other thing that's great about Google is Google Plus uses hashtags. As you can see from those blue boxes I was just highlighting, those are the hashtags that Google tried to figure out for me. You can enter in a hashtag just like you would in Twitter with the hashtag and the code, and hit send when you're putting your message in. But Google will try, if you don't put a hashtag in there, to choose one for you. As you can see, I have herbs, I did some for cooking, vegan, and so forth. And Google is just really trying to find a way to organize your post. So once again, it's easier for people to find them, maybe who are outside of the community, as well as when we're in the community, you can do some searches on just those hashtags as well. So that's some fun stuff that Google has in mind. So if you're going to use Google Plus, it's very similar to using other platforms, especially something like Facebook, where you click in the actual what's going on box, a box is going to come up and you get the option to choose photo. As you can see here, all you have to do is click the upload from your computer, or you can pull it in from Google Plus. And then once again, don't forget to choose your category so that we know that you're pulling in a photo. You can also do a video. And what's great about video is you're pulling it in from YouTube. All you need is the link. You can search for it on YouTube, as well as you can go to your actual page and pull in that information. So it's very integrated because obviously YouTube is owned by Google. You can do links. You can also do this feature called events. I really don't see events as something that you're going to be using very often because that's really if you were doing a virtual event. We've set up those events for you so that here on Google Plus, you'll be able to hang out with us, talk with us, and do things with us in the future. Okay? So don't worry about that one too much. Link is if you want to put a hyperlink in there or some type of attachment. Pretty self-explanatory. Feel free to test it out, try it out, and use any of those buttons. Anytime you're looking to do a post, just click on one of those options. I do have an option there that says share on do share. That's just a little feature I have so that I can schedule post. So you can ignore that for right now. I just wanted to mention it in case you were like, Steph, where did that green button come from? Okay. Now let's talk about the posts themselves. Once someone else has put a post out there, you can share it. All you have to do is click on that arrow there, and that's how someone can share it. There's also an option to plus one it, and what that really is the equivalent of liking a post. And as a person clicks on it, I click on it, I'll be +2. My cousin clicks on it, it's +3. My mom clicks on it, +4. You get the idea. And that way we'll be able to kind of tally up the likes on an actual post. As far as putting a comment, you just click in that comment box. It'll come up a little bit bigger so you can type in your information there, and then you hit the green button so you can actually post a comment. All right? Next on the list is actually looking at profiles. What you'll notice is, actually, let's do the edit feature first, and then I'll jump into profiles. So each post you can actually edit, which is really, really nice, which means if you ever have a typo or you got something in there incorrect or you want to make a quick change, if you hit that edit feature, the box is going to pop up and you can actually go in there and change all of the text or any of the text in there. Okay. Well, if you can click on that arrow one more time for me, what I want to show you is you can also put in links. You can disable comments. Sometimes people just want to post something and they don't want, the peanut gallery commenting. And there's also a feature where you can disable reshares. I don't recommend the disabling comments or disabling reshares for this group because we really want to encourage people to share it, encourage people to have a conversation around it. But I just mentioned it to you since I'm showing you the lay of the land, and I could see it may be something that you, may not use, may want to use as you're thinking about, using Google Plus moving forward and how you actually grow your business. Okay. So let's talk about profiles. When you hover over someone's name, a box is going to pop up. It's actually going to give you an idea of who that person is. As you can see here, I hovered up and there's a green box there that says hi there. That's actually a circle I created that I've been adding people to. So maybe let's go to an example of someone that I haven't added yet. So we'll use maybe Valerie here on the right hand side because Valerie, as you can see, has that little blue box. And when you have that little blue box, we'll talk a little bit later about how to get rid of that. But for Valerie's example, if I hover over there, you're going to see that add button. And all that add button is going to do is tell me that I can add them to a circle. So as you can see, box pops up. You can see the actual circles that I have there. I have one for bloggers, people go to my webinars. I just mix it up, different categories and different groups, so I can help me know the people. And if you don't have a circle there that you want to add someone to, maybe you meet someone from a different category that you already don't have, you can obviously click on the create or circle. I recommend this as you're in the group. You may meet someone you like, meet someone you find out has an interest, and so forth. This is a great way to start to build your circles and build your community and build really your profile within Google Plus, so that as you start to interact and talk to people, you'll know people who are maybe in your area, into yoga, people who are into maybe who are bloggers versus people who are foodies and so forth. And this is kind of how I've been organizing my page, but obviously feel free to organize your page that works best for you. Okay. If you do have a blue box, I will show you how to change that. That just means your profile hasn't been updated. So maybe you're new to Google Plus, or you've been using Google, you had an email for like Gmail, but you haven't been using Google Plus. So it's important, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes, how to update it. But I do highly recommend putting your photo in there so that we get to see who you are and learn a little bit about you. Okay, so if we jump over to my profile page, what you can see here is I have my photo there, and if you notice, you hover right over my head, a little camera pops up. Now, if you're trying to figure out, well, how in the world did I get here? If you hover on the red box, what you saw is my menu popped open and then closed. That's how you get to your profile. So back to updating your profile. Hover over to photo, click on that camera, and you'll be able to update that. You can also change your cover image, just like you would in other platforms like in Facebook. You click on that, you'll be able to update that photo as well. Okay? And just always remember, if you need help navigating or going somewhere in Google Plus, if you hover over that right box at the top right, it's going to allow you to go into a different section. These are your circles. This is what circles looks like. I don't want to spend too much time here just because, this is a whole process in its place. But I just wanted to show you this is how you start to get people in circles, and you can move them around. As you can see, I dragged and dropped, and you can just put people into different circles, as well as I think it's a good opportunity to think about your circles, not only people's interest, but I also have some circles that are based on how frequently I'd like to see people's posts. Okay. And then one of the big last things I want to show you is our event. On Tuesday, we will be doing our kickoff call for this, and we'll be talking about all the fun stuff we're going to be doing this month for the Cookbook Club. But to make sure you are signed up and ready, we highly recommend you go to the events page here. You can actually, all the information will be on this page. On the right-hand side, you will actually have the video. So all that text will kind of push down, and you'll have a little YouTube video that you'll see me and Emma kind of talking about the Cookbook Club. So you're in the place you need to be. You should receive this as an invite. If you don't, you will see this on the community page, and I'll show you later. If you end up on this page, just click on that yes button so everyone can let everyone know that you're coming. You can list the number of guests, but this is normally more important if you're going to a actual real event, is when you would put the number of guests in there. Here, you're just going to choose yes, no, or maybe. We also recommend that you share the event. Share it with your friends, share it with people in your profile. So if you click that button, you'll be able to share it with the people in your group. You can also invite people. If you invite someone with that button kind of in the top right there of the guest list, you can actually send someone a straight invite. I use this feature if I'm sending it to people that I know or people I've communicated with before, or even more importantly, maybe people in our group. But most of the time I use that share button at the top. They do basically the same thing, just in a slightly different way. So feel free to play with them and get used to them. But I tend to like the share because the share posts it on my page and sends it to a person, where the invite tends to just send it directly to an individual or to a group. Okay, so that's all the details on this page. Just make sure you say yes, you're going, so we can hang out with you on Tuesday. All right. So just going through the page quickly, if you're looking for the event I was just mentioning, you'll see it on the right-hand side of the page in that upcoming events. They'll be listed there, and you can click the yes button there as well without going to the full page. If you click on that black text, it's a hyperlink, and it'll take you to the page that we were on previously. Okay, those are all the details kind of about our community and what we're doing here. So I welcome you, and I hope you enjoy our cookbook club. Take care.